If you'd like to see more content, please like and subscribe to this video and channel. Please comment as well and share the content in order to be able to reach larger audiences.
Sorry, 5 o'clock in the morning here.
Yes, it's the same for me.
Oh, same. I'm moving to the Eastern Time Zone if I find housing in Florida. I apparently have the right to back out. I could actually accept a higher lease price or go month to month on this lease if I have trouble finding where to live in Florida. But I think if I just go down there and pick something, it'll be taken care of.
Yes.
But I don't like these apps. I don't like these apps at all. I mean, they're impossible to use.
Yeah, I agree. I'm personally much more of a just go down and speak with them in person.
Which would be this does not appear to be the right fleet layout, but that's the right ships. Yeah, it's absolutely correct. I moved the fleet. That's the problem.
Yeah.
All right, fine. I'm just gonna go ready on this and see what happens. Okay, YouTubers.
Realistically,
yeah, go on. Nah, this doesn't matter. Doing another match with Azrael. It's a week after our last match, and that ended in a desperately close victory for me, with a great deal of, shall we say, second backseat driving from a intoxicated another player who joined the chat. If you're intoxicated, I don't recommend you play this game. If you're intoxicated and you want to comment on the videos, I have a mute button. I warn you. Alright. So, I'm in the midst of a bit of a personal crisis. I've got to find a new place to live. So I'm having trouble sleeping. And that's my life at this time. All right, which way was this week designed to turn, I wonder? I would say that way.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Good luck to you. Alright, let's see what happened with that. Sweet, it's not easy to fly. It's not hard to fly, but it's not easy to fly either. I can't play with this thing plugged in. I wish I got an air charging mouse. That would be so nice. Alright, working out too. I guess I did not properly collision test this fleet. That's not good. But it'll be okay. Control A. We got the Acropolis and the Mercury. We've got a big rock in our way, which I agreed to. No surprises there. Actually, last week I could have ended one with that match if I wanted to extend it one more turn and putting that Mercury on defensive that you blew up. But I decided it just wasn't worth the effort, and I was tired of the drunk kibitzing in the background.
Makes sense.
I'm amazed that anybody can play this game intoxicated. I can't even think about playing this game intoxicated.
Yeah, it would be rather hard, especially since you need to focus on more minute details.
Yeah. I have this saying, don't try this at home, folks. It won't work out real good for you. All right, did I launch my fighters? Control A, Z. Now I did. He did make one really good observation that this fleet would actually probably work better without the Manticores if I can figure out how to get recon. I haven't worked out that problem in my head because I haven't had any time to think about the game since working 20 hours on Sunday. Wait, what's my weapons loadout in this thing? Oh crap! I picked the wrong fleet. Oh well. I knew the layout was wrong. It's not a problem. It's the exact same firepower. I just changed out some weapons to something I thought would be more effective. But I don't know what the hell I named that fleet, so I'll have to play with this one. Not a big deal at all. Just wondering what the hell I named the other fleet. I'm completely clueless on that idea. Squadron wrong designation. Control 2. Defend that guy. Alright, let's see here. Alright, that takes care of that. Don't worry, it's just a little harassment fire there. It's not going to damage anything. I mean, over time it might damage stuff, but I'm just preparing for the rock.
Makes sense.
And it does force the Silence to change their tactics slightly. It has to deal with something actually shooting at them once in a while. I had a whole formation ready to go. And now I don't, because I don't have. All right. Can I get that shot off? No, I can't do that, so I'll have to do that. I do that.
Let's see.
Defend the other one. See what having my fleet formation. That's not great, but it's not horrible. I just can't remember. I'm very curious what the name of my actual fleet I intended to use is. The only difference is formation in one weapons slot, so it's not that huge deal, but it's still a intellectual curiosity I'm having at the moment. Let's see how close that rock is to me. Wow, clock got very low on that turn. I just almost missed it.
Yeah.
All right. I don't need to go all that crazy. You got a shot at anything? No, you do not. Nothing to do except end the turn. Maybe tweak a little bit more here. Don't tweak, just play. I always thought of myself as a good commander, but never wanted to be in charge of people's lives or their supervisors or managers, things like that. I just don't find that to be fun.
Yeah.
Alright, stop wasting missiles on the rocks because I'm not hitting you. I'm not going to hit you. If I shoot now, I'm going to hit the rocks. Okay. That's fine. That's what Okay, so we can fire that. So go forward the direction, right?
Mm.
Well, YouTubers, it's not a good idea in this game to discuss your PCM deployments out loud, especially when your opponent is listening on voice chat.
Cheerio.
I see. I want to see. Just do one test shot up here at this guy here and see what I hit. Probably nothing. Let's try that. Tweaking, wasting everybody's time.
Deploying countermeasures.
That's right, we're on defensive mode. Okay. So I wasted a lot of time getting a PCM out there to protect my ship when your miss was like a second or two from a PCM. All right.
Things like that happen.
Eventually, the PCM will be doing some good. I have to admit, but still.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so your formation has changed directions, which I find to be categorically annoying.
Sorry to hear that.
Not a problem. I'm just flapping my gums.
I feel you.
Okay, so I'm going to turn off the wasted flak over there. It's not like you don't know the entire fleet. You've faced the fleet last week. Now what do I do with Manny the Manticore Squadron?
Manny the Manticore. That's a great name.
Not even mine. Induction 117 came up with that name when I was harassing his single Manticore with a EMP generator in it. He says, "Why are you bothering Manny the Manticore? What did he do to you?" He says it with that Australian accent that's like so innocent and surprised.
Yeah.
His play style reminds me of yours a little bit because he's very good at playing with fleets that are two separate power locations, and that's not easy to do in Colonials. He never got really good at Cylons, but
Toasters have their own playstyle, and you have to balance the missile spam. But because Colonials have so heavily counter it.
did I just run out of time on my turn? Yeah, I just did.
I think so, yeah.
I wasn't doing anything important. I was just kibitzing.
What's with those fighters below on your ships? They're just bouncing there.
The ones that they're actually performing a function that they didn't need to perform, but they've the usefulness of that function is of questionable value now.
Yeah.
Alright, I can't do it like that. I have to manually. Okay, yeah. Why did I mention it? Yeah, they're out there. Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay. Yeah, what are they doing out there? They're supposed to be defending something, not. Oh, I see. They decided to stop defending the raptor they were defending.
Ah, naturally.
But I will reiterate their order saying you don't get to change your order just because you think you are allowed to. You're not allowed to.
Ships occasionally do have a mind of their own. Fighters even more so.
I think that I think that the CAG is allowed to defy orders once in a while.
Yeah.
And we're finally turning on targeting to see what we can see here. Oh, look at that. The assault raptor squad went back to defend its Mercury. Alright, well, we don't need to do that. And yes, I am revealing to my opponent the components of my fleet. He knows the components. He played this exact fleet last week. No surprises this week in Battlestar Mercury. Except our ending of the first half of Book 4. 2 cliffhangers, not just one cliffhanger.
Yes, Commander. So say we all.
I just need to get some more. Yeah, that's what I want. Can't shoot from that position though. I gotta shoot, yeah, like that.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Ending turn.
Waiting for the roar of that first salvo.
Hostile unit identified.
Oh, I identified some ships. That's nice. I don't know what I identified though. Oh, I identified a colonial fleet. I never did pin you down on whether you're playing Cylons or colonials.
Yeah.
That's true. I did not require that, and I rarely do require that. I like your Cylon fleets. They're really cool, but I'm sure your colonial fleets are awesome cool too.
I didn't think of building a toaster fleet. Just I need to figure out how to balance them properly.
Yeah, they're harder to beat, and they're harder to build, they're harder to manage, and they're harder to design.
This is true.
Alright, so these guys we gotta deal with. We're gonna deal with them a little bit like that. Yeah, you got PCM, shoot it. I rarely run out of PCMs. In spite of my liberal use of them, and probably the biggest super fun PCM cleanup creator in the history of the game.
You do utilize them quite often, yes.
They're kind of OP. Oh, look at that collision down there. What do I want to do that? Okay, gotta turn.
I can't blame you for using them, though they are, as you said, quite OP, especially if you utilize them properly.
They're quite annoying too.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah. But that's half the fun.
My tactics change when I realize that you're colonial. You've had like half the game to outdive me if you want to.
Yeah. Nice thing about Colonials, though, is they've got some really neat front guns.
Yeah.
On it, Commander.
Where they start to turn. Oh shit. Alright, can't do what I want to do there. God, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. That's the problem. I'm trying to turn there. I can't turn there. Shit.
Yes, Commander.
Stop moving. Okay, that's it.
Oh,
Shit, they collided anyway.
Them as well?
There it goes. That's it for my fleet. Phew. Damn.
ouch.
Oh well, that's what happens sometimes when you don't pick the right fleet. You don't collision, don't formation test. These ships are useless. I still got the fighters though. I technically could still win, but all right, we'll see what happens here.
One way to find out.
Only one way to find out is to play, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir. On it, Commander.
That one in the back is like completely whacked out and damaged. But still got some hull points there. I can't believe I thought I could beat that collision.
Yes, sir.
Guess I didn't. I did everything wrong with this fleet.
Mistakes happen.
Yeah, whatever. Still trying to use my assets the way I want to use my assets. Might as well just see. Alright, yeah, okay, that's fine. Do that. Fortunately, it doesn't impair my munitions that much. What has he got for weapons? CMs, missiles. Interesting. Don't be in a hurry.
10 seconds all the time.
Wow, I got one of my ships is in a spin.
Yes, indeed.
That's pretty freaking amazing.
Yes, sir.
You don't have a beat on your entire fleet, though. Alright, so what I want to do about that. For now, I want to do nothing about it. Damn, 82/3 of the hull points were lost in that collision. Oh, we still got that.
Reach behind, forward, revise.
Trying an innovative weapon strategy here.
Escort near zone is attacked. Priority 1 is in safe hands.
Didn't work. Actually, that one kind of did work there a little bit. Alright.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's dance.
Let's dance, he says.
Yes, sir.
No, not this turn. with control of this fleet.
Yes, sir.
15 seconds on the clock.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, Commander.
Hmm.
What's he targeting? Okay, that's what he's supposed to be targeting.
This is going to be an interesting training.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, but
Not the-
I actually flew a formation anti-Cylon for half the damn trip, and that's going to cost me in the end. Besides the collision, which was just plain stupid.
That one falls under the category of mistakes.
Yeah, well, mistakes are good, but alright. Turn. Yes.
Let's see.
Right.
Okay.
That's
That's
fine.
odd. No.
Missile tubes prepped. So say we all.
I probably should have asked if you wanted me to fly a toaster fleet.
That's not fine. I should have asked too. I assumed. You know what happens when you assume? You become the first three letters of the word.
I'm on it, Commander.
PCMs are proving pretty useful.
Got it. Got it.
Doing that.
Well, let's see.
Make sure that happens and take care of the waggle maneuver. Waggle, waggle.
Good one. Ooh,
Artemis is taking damage.
good shot
What?
on the Jupiter. Good
Oh, yeah.
torpedo shot.
Yeah, I figured that I might as well try from a different angle because there's no way I was going to get through that all that stuff. that thing? Might as well just try that. That's a juggernaut.
So say we all.
Shooting at.
Yes, Commander.
He died quick.
They are glass cannons, if you're speaking on them in urban.
Yeah. Of course, my Manticore collisions did not work.
No, I was able to take out the first two, and the third just hit the asteroid.
So I didn't succeed in that endeavor. But they weren't supposed to be used when they were used anyway. It just got forced in by the lack of anticipation on my part of the fleet you chose.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, that's the Mercury. Fire control.
Confirm squadron target. Battlestar is taking damage.
Hmm.
I'm on it, Commander. I'm on it, Commander.
Hey, I just waggled the wrong way. Corrected that problem at the last second.
So say we all. I'm on it, Commander.
Should have waggled him. Got any armor anywhere?
Explosions.
Got it.
Yeah, the collision down there is what really cost me. Chance to win there for a minute and a half.
Hmm.
Actually surprised I've got a hull in both Mercuries. I understand why that happened. I just don't know. It's a pretty amazing set of events to make it happen.
I agree. It's lucky.
I did the waggle thing. I exposed multiple armor faces, so it was quite. But that ain't gonna happen this turn. That's for sure. All right, so with that, whose squadron is that? Go. I don't want to do that. So I have that. I got the okay. Fighters getting the board wiped with them though. Right. Stop Paragon and turn it on. A desperate tactic last minute. that's me. Okay, I'm in good shape. I thought that was you that was in bad shape. Okay. That's helpful. Well, I'm not going to be around much longer to be in good shape or bad shape. That's fine. All right. Top measure that and end the turn.
So say we all. There we got the Jupiter. That's nice.
Yep.
What did I miss? I did not get. Got both Mercuries. That's pretty amazing. A Defender.
Both Mercuries, both Jupiters. And that's it.
Yeah, it was a bad matchup. Mercury's hit up top and managed to survive. That was good tactics on my part.
It was.
I don't know what I can do about this though. End the turn. Good game.
Good game.
I gotta go find the fleet I'm intended to fly in this battle. See what happened to it. Yeah, that would have worked out way better. I wonder if I actually didn't save it.
Ironically, the Blackbird is the Mercury that killed both of yours, or it says it did. Which doesn't make sense.
My Mercury.
No. The Blackbird was able to take out one of the frigates and Mercury.